Hey guys, welcome back to Mixed Putlam, and today let's see about some Malayalam movies which are worth watching. Without any further ado, let's get into it. The first movie is Uyare. Uyare has an IMDb rating of 8.1 out of 10 and the genre is emotional drama. This movie is available on Netflix. Uyare is not entirely based on a true story but is inspired from a spate of acid attacks against women and gender based violence in the country. The story follows the life of Pallavi Ravindran, who survived acid attack that disfigured her face and thrashed her dreams of becoming a pilot. Because of the boy she fell in love with, named Govind Balakrishnan, who was very possessive of her. Though she was unable to get a good decision from the court, she leads a normal life with the help of Vishal. So the movie shows how women empowerment can change a person's life forever. The second movie is June and has an IMDb rating of 7.3 out of 10. The genres are drama and romance, and it's available on Hotstar. The movie is the life story of a girl named June Sarah and can be considered a snapshot of her life as she grows from a teenager of 16 years old to a young woman of 26. The movie shows the incidents that take place in Sarah's life in those span of 10 years. The movie is simply realistic and beautifully depicts her school days, her families, her friendship, and her love life, and especially how she evolves into an adult. One may argue that there are many movies that cover this concept, but trust me, this movie is unique in many ways. Rajisha, who plays the role of June Sarah, is brilliant. The story was simple, romantic, aesthetic, and refreshing. The cute yet innocent love scenes between the protagonist and her love interest are worth watching. The third movie is Ayyappanum Koshiyum. It has an IMDb rating of 7.9 out of 10. The genre is drama and thriller. This story revolves around a clash between two people, Ayyappan Nair, a police officer, and Koshi, who is an ex-militant. Biju Menon playing Ayyappan Nair and Prithviraj Sukumaran playing Koshi. They both have nailed their respective roles. Koshi is portrayed to be a man of egoistic nature who wants to prove his power and influence to Ayyappan Nair. This results in Ayyappan Nair losing his job. Because of this, now Ayyappan Nair wants his revenge. Overall, this movie is action packed and fast moving. Do catch this movie on Amazon Prime. The fourth movie is Joesph and has an IMDb rating of 8.1 out of 10. The story develops through the life of four retired policemen, out of which one of them is Joesph, our protagonist. Joseph's wife and daughter die in an accident that causes serious brain damage. The policemen figure out that this was no accident but a planned murder. On investigation, Joseph finds out that there's a huge scam behind all of this. Catch this movie on Amazon. The fifth movie is Helen and has an IMDb rating of 7.9 out of 10. This is yet again another thriller on this list. Helen is basically a nurse who wants to work abroad and is waiting for an opportunity. Meanwhile, she plans to work in the food court in a mall. The main story starts 30 minutes after the beginning of the movie, where she gets locked up in the cold storage, which has a temperature below minus 10 degrees Celsius. The story is all about how Helen comes out of this situation or manages this situation. Anna Ben, who acted as Helen, did a really great work, and I think she put in so much effort for this. There's also a little bit of a love interest in this film, but that's not really important. Also, the relationship between the father and the daughter is portrayed really beautifully in this movie. So, please do watch this movie on Amazon Prime. The sixth movie is Varathan and has an IMDb rating of 7.5 out of 10. The genre is thriller. This movie is about a guy Abin and his wife Priya who shift from Dubai to the latter's family estate in Kerala as Abin loses his job. They hope to figure things out. But things are not smooth for this couple and they face a lot of troubles once they move to this remote village. This movie is all about how they combat their problems and trust me, it has a lot of elements of suspense. Please catch this movie on Hotstar. The seventh movie is Ishq and has an IMDb rating of 7.5 out of 10. The genre is drama, romance, and thriller, and this movie Ishq is not exactly a love story as it is named in the title. The story addresses a highly relevant social issue very effectively. This movie is basically about a young couple, Sachi and Vasudha, who are mentally and physically harassed by two men while on a road trip. They face harassment in the name of moral policing. This movie also talks about the male ego in a relationship. The best part of the movie is the second half, and I really love the climax. If you haven't watched it already, do go watch it on Amazon Prime. The eighth movie is Njan Prakashan and has an IMDb rating of 7.6 out of 10. The genre is comedy and drama. The movie is about an unemployed young man who resorts to shortcuts in order to live a life of luxury. And it's all about how he finds his way back to his roots and beliefs. Fahad is absolutely hilarious as Prakashan, and he yet again proves himself to be one of the best actors of this generation. Overall, this movie is a simple, feel good, positive movie with a lot of inspiring moments and touches on the elements of trust and betrayal, love and care, understanding, and adjustments. So, this movie is worth watching. You can catch this on Netflix. The last movie is Forensic and has an IMDb rating of 6.6. This movie is a pure thriller and leaves no place for romance. The movie's cast list has a number of people, while Samuel John and Lathika Xavier play prominent roles. Samuel John as the forensic investigator and Lathika Xavier as the police officer. This movie starts with a series of kidnappings and abduction. Trust me, this movie will have you in the edge of your seat from the very beginning. There's no horror movie with a good background score, and this movie is simply excellent. It's worth watching, guys. You can catch this on Netflix.
హే వ్యూయర్స్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు? 1 సెకండ్. మా ఛానల్లో ఆల్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ రివ్యూస్ తరచుగా అప్డేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఫ్రమ్ మూవీస్ టు సిరీస్ అండ్ స్పోర్ట్స్ టు కామిక్స్. ఇంకొక విషయం, ఈ వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి. మీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ని షేర్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటే కామెంట్ చేయండి. మోర్ రివ్యూస్ కోసం సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. అండ్ మోర్ అప్డేట్స్ కోసం పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని లాగి పెట్టి కొట్టండి. వీఆర్ గ్లాడ్ టు టేక్ యువర్ రెస్పాన్స్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.